Broadcasting live from Shibuya, Tokyo, this is your host, Aaron Randall. Welcome to American Hot Topics. Today we're going to talk about various and new items that are hot and trending in America, things that are most commonly unknown to Japanese. Today's program is brought to you by Kotobanku.
この番組は某国立大学で英語を教えているアーロンと英語学習中のジュンがお送りいたします。
The National Park Service is going to turn 100.
最近アーロンさんが不動産業でお忙しいということで今日からですねちょいちょい他の素敵アメリカンゲストにお越しいただこうかなと思っております、ということで本日はカリフォルニア出身のエミさんに来ていただきました。
Thank you. So nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
エミさんは今日本でマーケティングコンサルタントとしてご活躍ということなんですけれども、2014年に上智の大学院に来るまではずっとカリフォルニアにいらっしゃったんですよね。
Yes, I was born in Sacramento and raised mostly in California.
サクラメントってどこなんですか？
Sacramento is California's capital, and a lot of people don't really know this because when they ask where's the capital of California, they will always think it's San Francisco or Los Angeles. Nobody really thinks that, oh, Sacramento is the capital. But Sacramento actually has some famous people living there. Maybe you know Eddie Murphy. He used to live there. And you know Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor of California.
州知事でしたもんね。
So he used to come to Sacramento.
キャピタルだから。
As a capital.
じゃあサクラメント結構なんか人気のところというか結構いいところなんです。
Well, it can be a nice place to raise a family. I wouldn't really recommend it as if you're looking for somewhere fun to go because there's only so much you can do in Sacramento. Maybe just shopping or going out with friends or going to the movies. But if you want to do something more exciting, you'd probably have to go to San Francisco.
別にそんなに何か流行の最先端とかそういうことではない。
I was so bored with Sacramento.
そうですか。
Like my friends and I were always trying to figure out what can we do because we can only go shopping so many times, right?
そうですか。
So I was really wanting to leave Sacramento and to see something more exciting. And
で大学からまた別のところに行ったんですか？
Yes, I moved all the way down to Irvine, which is about 8 hours away from Sacramento. And totally different atmosphere and environment.
アーバインもカリフォルニア。
It's also California, not too far from Los Angeles. From Los Angeles, it's about like 45 minutes to an hour and a half, maybe depending on your traffic situation. If there's like no traffic and situation is good, you can get there pretty fast. You don't have to be stuck in the city. You can just leave and go. And then you also have the beach.
ビーチもある。
Yeah, so Irvine has nice beaches and they're so accessible and you can go there so quickly. And I used to go to my college classes and go to the beach immediately after class.
なるほど。遊ぶのに最高。
Yes, it's fun.
大学はアーバインだったんですもんね。
Yes, my school was University of California, Irvine, and only 15 minutes away from the beach.
行きまくっていたと。
Yes, always going to the beach.
はい、今回そんなカリフォルニアっ子のエミさんにいくつか気になったニュースをピックアップしてもらったんですけど、どれいきますか？
The National Park Service is going to turn 100 this year.
国立公園の話ですね。
It was started in 1916, which was signed by President Woodrow Wilson. And this year, on August 25th, 2016, the National Park Service will turn 100 years old from that day.
100周年。
Yes, there's actually about 407 national parks. And in celebration of this event, they're going to hold a Fund Your Park event. And some parks will actually have free admission on this day to celebrate.
はいはい。まあ国立公園ってなんかすごいアウトドア感あるんですごい夏休みっぽいテーマだと思うんですけど、100周年ってアメリカ人的には嬉しいことなんですか？
I think it is. Well, I'm excited about it.
結構やっぱ馴染みがあるんですね。
Yes, I have especially for me, I have connection to national parks since I was a little girl, always visiting.
そうですか。407もあるんですね。しかも一個一個の規模がなんかすごいですよね、多分。
Did you know that there's going to be a movie about this too?
映画あるんですか？
It's a McGillivray Freeman film produced in association with Brand USA and narrated by Academy Award winner Robert Redford. America Wild National Parks Adventure is an acclaimed and most visually ambitious giant screen film for IMAX. And it's about a trio of adventurers named Rachel, Conrad, and Max, and their quest to experience America's wildest, most historic, and most naturally beautiful places.
これ日本で公開されてるんですね IMAX で。
As you may know, that the first national park in the United States was Yellowstone National Park, which was founded and established on March 1st, 1872. And later in 1903, Theodore Roosevelt spent 3 days with John Muir in Yosemite to talk about nature protection. Do you know John Muir?
ジョン・ミューラーさん、もちろん知らないですね。
He's a very famous person, and we study this a lot in our history in America.
歴史で習うみたいな。
Yes, he's very important, and he is a must-know person in our
知らないといけない。
history textbooks. Yes.
この映画のサイトにも書いてありますね。ルーズベルト大統領と自然保護の父ジョン・ミュアの出会いから生まれた構想が今では200以上の国と地域が採用し、人間が自然の贈り物を享受しながら未来を受け継ぐための指針となっています。で、これが国立公園制度である。
Yes, Muir was actually also personally involved in the creation of Sequoia, Mount Rainier, Petrified Forest, and Grand Canyon national parks. And actually, Muir is often called the father of our national park system.
そうだったんですね。じゃあもう本当にこの100周年でジョン・ミュアさんありがとうみたいな。
Yes, exactly. And because in 1903 Roosevelt visited Muir, they began to start Roosevelt's conservation program.
そうだったんですね。
Yes, so he is maybe the country's most famous and most influential naturalist and conservationist. He definitely taught the importance of protecting our natural heritage and environment. By watching America Wild National Parks Adventure, I think you could really gain an idea of what efforts John Muir made to preserve these parks for us to see today.
私全然この映画のこと知らなかったんですけど、日本向けにサイトが公開されていて、トレーラーは本当にすごい綺麗ですね。何ですかこれ。40分でアメリカ国立公園の絶景を巡る究極のオフトレイルアドベンチャー。大型スクリーンで地球の鼓動と一体化する新たなネイチャー体験。これ行きたかったけど多分もうやってない。まあでもこんな映画が公開されるぐらいやっぱりその100周年だっていう高まりはあるわけですね、アメリカに。
Yes, it's very important to us. National parks are a very big part of our childhood.
これやっぱり家族とかと行くんですか？
Yes, I always used to go with my family or friends.
これでも国立公園ってめちゃめちゃ広いじゃないですか。
Yeah, it's so wide. You can never complete it in a one day. You will have to have several days if possible.
どんな感じになってるんですか？
You can always go hiking, or you could visit the monuments or the key points that you can
はいはい。あ、
recommend.
写真で有名なところみたいなのあ
Yeah,
るんですね。
recommended points or must-see waterfalls or must-see nature hikes. There's always a recommended course that you can take, or you can, if you have some more time, then you can explore a bit more through hiking. 実際にエミさんが言った中でおすすめの国立公園とかってありました？カリフォルニアの周りで。 Oh, several. Of course, I really love Yosemite in California. That's probably my number one in California.
Yosemite. はいはいはい。
Yep. And that's because, well, there's a lot of great scenery to see, lots of nice waterfalls, great trails to walk on, nice camping areas too if you have time for camping. Another recommendation that I have is Ho National Park in Washington.
Ho?
Ho National Park.
この HOH と書いて Ho ですか？
Yes, Ho Rainforest, and that's located in Washington Olympic National Park.
ワシントン DC とかじゃなくて
No, the state, Washington State.
左上の方ですね。
Yes.
寒いとこですね。ここなんかどういう感じおすすめなんですか？
It's interesting because the environment, it has a lot of really interesting trees. It's like kind of hairy trees. It's very kind of very mossy, and lots of interesting animals you can see as well, and it's just very green and rainforest feel.
今Hoレインフォレストで検索すると なんかすごいコケ感がすごいですね。もののけ姫とか本当になんかロード・オブ・ザ、なんかファンタジーの世界み
It's
たい
kind
な。
of a very fantasy feel to it. It's something you would. It's hard to kind of imagine unless you're maybe something out of a book or
はいはいはい。
very definitely kind of fairy tale feel to it.
へ
It's very unusual and kind of hard to find in other areas. This location is actually near a town called Forks, and this town is famous for actually the movie and books Twilight.
おー、トワイライトで出ちゃってるんですか、ここやっぱ
Yes,
り。
it's kind of mentioned in the books. You could see it in the films a little bit, and a lot of people actually come to this area just to visit Forks
あ
because
聖地巡りみたいな感じ
yeah,
で。
you could kind of see the area where Bella was meeting Edward, the vampire.
ちなみにこのホーレインフォレストにどういういつ行ったんですか？
I went when I was in college with my best friend and her boyfriend, actually.
3人で。
Yeah, just the three of us. Kind of unusual because normally you wouldn't want to tag along with your friend's boyfriend.
あ、でもそういう、まあ、大学の時に友達と軽いノリで行ってみようぜみたいな感じで。
Yeah, we were all friends, so we thought it'd be kind of fun to take a road trip out to Washington. We took a really long road trip actually to get to Washington. It took us about 17 hours drive. It was such a
なん
long
かアーロンも
drive.
この間カナダまで行ってたって言ってたな。そういうのは普通なんですか？
Road trips are so common in the United States. As you know, everything's so far away to get to, and we don't really have
しんど。
trains. We did not stop that night.
Oh,
We
jeez.
just took it straight to 17 hours all the way to Washington.
それを親友と、まあ、親友は女性ですか？
Yes.
そんなの彼氏が運転するしかないですよ。
Yes, he was so nice. He was such a gentleman.
言うしかないしね。
I think he was very stuck in a
いいからいい
position.
からとか言って男だけ頑張るみたいな。
Yes, he was very kind of manly guy, and he wanted to be very gentleman. So he definitely offered to drive the whole way.
危なっ。
It's dangerous. I don't really recommend it to anybody, but he definitely drove the whole way only with gas stops and just to get a drink or to use the bathroom or something. But that's it. He drove the whole way.
へえ、だからこういうところちょいちょい行ったりやっぱりするってことなんですよね。
Yes.
他になんか行っておすすめポイントってあります？僕本当ね、行ったことがないんでちょっといいとこあったら聞きたいんですよね。
How about Mount Rainier?
マウントレーニア。
Yes, Mount Rainier is also in Washington. Pretty drivable from Seattle. It's about like maybe 54 miles or so, 55 miles from Seattle.
またそれもなんか友達と車で。
Yeah,
今日これ
definitely. Always road trip.
本当ですか？マウントレーニアってなんか日本で売ってますよね、そういうコーヒー。
Yes, I'm sure you've heard of the name. It's sold in the kombini.
森永乳業ですよね。
Yes, yes. It's the coffee that you can buy anywhere around here. Mount Rainier is actually a volcano in Washington. It's considered one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the world.
あ、そうなんですね。飲料の方のマウントレーニアに映ってるあの山がその
Yes,
有
that's
名
the
な。
one. Yes, and there's many great areas around the mountain or volcano that you can hike and look around and enjoy the scenery. Seattle is actually very, very famous for coffee. It's one of the original locations for Starbucks.
ああ、そうなんですね。
And, Tully's was also founded
だ
there.
から森永乳業さんもそういうところでのマウントレーニアという飲料を出してるわけですね。
Yes, exactly.
はい、あ、これですね。日本で生まれてずっと親しまれ続けてきたマウントレーニア。90年代初め、アメリカの都市シアトルから森永乳業が一つのコーヒー文化を日本へ紹介しました。それはエスプレッソにミルクをたっぷり加えたカフェラテっていうので、だからこのマウントレーニアの雄大な自然を見ながら飲むコーヒーみたいな。
Yes, exactly.
インシアトルみたいな、
Yes,
そういうことなん
in
ですよ。
Seattle, yes.
はいはいはい。
Because Seattle is the original location for
はいはい
coffee.
はい
Yeah.
はい。まあそんなマウントレーニアもすごい良かったと。
Yes, it's a really beautiful location, and I really recommend that area as
行
well.
ったことないですけど、ちょっとマッターホルン見てるみたいな、そういう感じ。
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
はい、
it's
富士
kind
山
of
綺
like
麗みたいな。
kind of seeing like a
まあだから
Fuji
シン
or-
ボルがあるってことですよ
It
ね、
is
多
a
分。
symbol,
はいはい。
yes.
あと他なんかあります？
Another location, great place to go to is Kern River. It's not a national park, but it's a great location to do fun activities,
はいはい。
which include rafting, horseback riding,
これ
barbecuing.
もなんか大学生の時にキャッキャキャッキャ
Yes, exactly. We go with your friends on another road trip out of Irvine.
これもロードトリップ必要
Yes,
なんですか？
yes, it takes about maybe 3 hours
は
to
いはい
get
はい
to.
ラフティングとかするんですね。
Yes, rafting's like my favorite hobby.
あ、結構アウトドア派。
Yes, I love outdoors. Well, we went on a class 4 rapids, which is one of the more wild kinds of rapids. There's many classes, 1 through 5, and 5 is unraftable, so 4 is right under that.
はいはいはい。
Pretty wild, yes, you can imagine. We went down as a group of friends on one raft with just a helmet and life vest. And we went down this really wild river the first time, no problem. So the guide said, let's go again, do a second round.
はいはい。
On the second round, we accidentally hit another raft and flipped.
はい。
And down we went the river all the way to the bottom.
はいはいはい。
And we seriously wondered if we were going to drown.
もうこれだからね、アウトドア怖いんですよ。
Yes, it's very
な
random.
んかでも大丈夫だったんですか？
Yes, we were, of course, I'm
Hi,
here,
hi.
so I'm alive.
ー
Around Kern River, you can also do a lot of barbecuing at campgrounds, and that's also fun.
バーベキューイングっていうんですね。
Yes,
バーベキューじゃない。
barbecuing.
ING 必要。ここ数年日本でもなんか手ぶらバーベキューみたいなのが流行ってまして、そのお台場とか豊洲とかの商業施設でなんかやったりすることあるんですけど、なんかアメリカの本場仕込みみたいなの僕も見せつけてやりたいんですけど。
In terms of camping, we have a lot of things like roasting marshmallows.
はい、まあ、日本でもマシュマロでもなんかやったりしますね。
Yes.
トロトロになるやつですよね。
Yes, so you put it on the end of a stick and you roast it over the fire.
あとなんか他なんかあんまり見ない変わりたいところあります。
With marshmallows, we also make something called s'mores, which is something you put on a graham cracker with a marshmallow on top and chocolate and another graham cracker
ス
sandwich.
モア。
Yes, s'more.
甘いのどんどんいくんですね。
Yes,
焼くん
tons
で
of
すかそれ？
And then you roast it again over the fire so that it melts and becomes a sandwich. And sometimes my friend also makes pancakes for breakfast, which is kind of interesting and kind of complicated to do at a campsite, but it's manageable
はい
too.
はい最近やっぱりパンケーキブームみたいなのありますから、これでパンケーキ焼いたらモテるんじゃないかってね。はい、ということで蓋を開けてみたら夏休み直前国立公園特集みたいになってしまいましたが、
Yes, definitely. So if you are in United States next month, definitely check out these great national parks. It's a great sight to see.
おすすめなんでしたっけ？
Ho National Park in Washington, and also if you have other time, please check out Kern River.
はい、ということで夏休みはぜひアメリカン西海岸に遊びに行ってみてください。どうでした？今日緊張しました？
Yes, this is my first time definitely recording online, so it's kind of nerve-wracking, but
本コーナーでご紹介した画像や動画は番組ホームページ www.ameho.tokyo のリンクよりご確認いただけます。面白コンテンツはリスナーの皆様からも募集中。番組のお問い合わせページよりどしどしお送りください。
Thank you for joining us this week on American Hot Topics. The music in this program is brought to you by Mateen Jahanmuri and Aaron Randall.